Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I'm so excited to be doing our 2019, holy crap, reading. This reading is going to be a little bit different because, well, it's a very special time. It's, for many of us, it's, well, it is 2019 now. I know that a lot of our witchy folks out there, Samhain is the new year, but I think as like, you know, calendars and collective and all of that, like this is 2019, and I'm actually filming this on New Year's Eve. We're gonna be having a low-key party at my friend Amanda's house. You know, just chill, maybe some sweatpants, maybe a little bit of wine, watch the countdown ball drop in you know, Manhattan. I'm so excited. As part of Ethany's hashtag 31 Days of Tarot, day one is to do a reading. And since I already always do my monthly readings and I put them out on the 1st, this will not only be the reading that I always do anyway for the 1st of a month, but also as part of Ethany's hashtag 31 Days of Tarot and making it a special reading. So normally for my monthly readings, I do like a stone of the month. I have a theme card, and I will still have those two things, but normally I choose a card for health, wealth, family / relationships, and career / creativity. Well, today I'm going to be pulling 10 cards, and each card is going to represent a different section of the wheel of the year, since, you know, that kind of that encompasses our year. So different quadrants for the year, or sections. I won't say quadrants because that would entail 4. So yeah, so I'm just gonna pull a card for each of those, and let me show you the decks I'm going to be using. So for our very special January 2019 reading, the 10 cards that will be pulled for the different parts of the Wheel of the Year is actually going to be coming from my Athlete's Tarot, which I keep in this cute little bag. And the Athlete's Tarot is one that I created. I can't really reproduce it for sale or anything because the images were just like taken off the internet. My cards that I like, oracle cards that I want to go along with those cards, is the Magic Nico deck, which was gifted to me from my homegirl out in Belgium for Christmas. I'm so excited. And then the theme card is going to be coming from the Cat Gurus, because, like, how can I be Kittens, Weights, and Tarot without some cat cards, right? For the stone of the month, I was really drawn to Amazonite. So I really feel, you know, Amazonite is not only heart chakra, but it's healing. But I also feel it's not like a healing and we're just gonna lay in bed all day. It's like you're healing, but it's like an active rest. Active rest is usually something we say in you know, the fitness world. So it's where you're taking care of yourself, but you're doing things that will keep your body going and still aiding your goals while healing at the same time. So that's kind of what I'm getting for 2019, is that, you know, with this Amazonite, that yes, we're going to be doing a lot of healing, but we're also going to be doing a lot of things, you know, a lot of verbs, a lot of things. So taking care of ourselves while accomplishing a lot of the things that we set out to do for 2019. I do have a few other examples of Amazonite. This was actually my very first piece, this beautiful, more of a dark greeny piece. Have this piece here, which is one of my newer pieces, and I have it in my dragon head form, which stays up on my altar right behind me. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of saging, which is something that I don't usually do on camera for for my readings, but I figured, you know, just so we can kind of have that visual of like, it's clean slate. We're going on into 2019. It's January. You know, just irregardless of things that you didn't accomplish last year, or that you felt upset about last year, we're clearing it out. We're clearing it out. We're starting all over. So just whew, let that go. So as we'll see the smoke wafting, we're gonna let that stuff go. we're gonna let it go. As they say in Frozen, let it go, let it go. All right, so I'm gonna let this burn while I do the reading. So in my live chats that I do every Saturday, a couple of days ago, which was Saturday, I did a 2019 like general reading where I pulled a card for every month of the year. So there was 12 cards that were pulled. I pulled a theme card. Excuse me. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely go check that out. And that was for like everybody who is watching or anybody who ends up watching it. So if you're interested in that reading, definitely go check that out. This is just a general reading that I'm doing with the different parts of the Wheel of the Year. If you want something that is more specific and tailored to you, I do have a year ahead reading that does use the Sabbats as well as a card for every month, as well as pulling a theme card, and it's tailored just for you. And I pull in, you know, things that your guides tell me and things that I feel and see for you. So check out the year ahead reading. It's on my Etsy shop right now. Let's get started. So I'm going to be using my cat gurus. We're going to pull a theme card for 2019. All right. Oop, this one kind of stuck out there. This one is Bébéchat. So it's like the baby cat. See the world, but always come back to those you love. Follow your dreams, even if they take you beyond the cat flap, and everyone's your neighbor in the global village. This is so cute. And by the way, the only reason I know about this deck was because of my cosmic cat sister from across the pond, Cosmic Creeper. And I was like, what? There is like a really, really inexpensive like cat deck. Heck yeah, I'm all over that. So what I'm getting is that like overall, we're going to be doing, I mean, we could be doing some physical traveling, and that's a given. There's a lot of us that'll probably travel in 2019. But I'm getting more of a traveling in order to achieve something. So maybe some of you guys are thinking of writing a book or creating a deck. Hello. I'm going to be doing Kickstarter this year, so I'm so excited. You know, some of you might be thinking of starting a business, or you're thinking of doing something, and in order for you to do that, you're going to have to travel. So whether you have to go out of town, out of state, out of country to meet with the people that you need to meet with in order to make that happen. So maybe it's not a conscious, oh, I need to go here because I'm going to meet with so-and-so and so-and-so and they're going to help me start my business. It's more like, I think you just kind of get this inclination, I need to go. I need to go somewhere, you know, and you go there and you just happen to run into the right people that help to either propel you forward in what it is that you wanted to do. They help to inspire you, you know, to get off your butt and do what it is that you wanted to do. And or maybe they say that one thing where you're like, wow, the universe is talking to me. I better get her done, you know? So, I'm getting that there's some very important traveling going on. So not just, oh, well, of course I travel, like I travel because of my job, or I travel because like I had to go see my grandma or my aunt or something like that. I'm seeing more of you are looking to start something, and so you're going to need to travel. You get this nudge to go somewhere. It could be even for a drive an hour north of you or south or whatever. And you happen to run into the right people that help you move forward in what it is that you want to create this year. So I'm so excited. And I take that for me as well. So now I'm going to be taking my Athlete's Tarot and I'm going to be pulling those 10 cards for each part of the year. So we're going to be starting with Imbolc because as you watch this, it's already going to be January. So we'll go to the first part of the next thing coming up in the Wheel of the Year, which will be Imbolc, which will be in February. I'll pull a card for Ostara, for Beltane, for Litha, for Lunasa, for Mabon, for Samhain, and then for Yule. I know that traditionally in a witch's wheel, Samhain would be the end of the year, because we're kind of starting this where I'm starting it, you know, Yule will be the end of the physical calendar year. Okay, so here we go. Whew. Okay, now I'm gonna pull from the Magic Nico deck, the Oracle card that will accompany these tarot cards. Okay, whew, it's a lot of cards. We're gonna be starting with Imbolc, so that's more, let's see, February. So we're thinking of like things being cleansed or purified, and that's kind of like, it goes along with how I'm feeling, you know, start of 2019. So here we go. Ooh, we have the Six of Pentacles. It's a great place to start. And then here we have these two little kittens canoodling here. So what I'm getting for when we get into kind of February or into the Imbolc season, that maybe there is something that we do start on in January. And because of the releasing of things that we've been doing and like just letting go of certain notions of like, oh, like, oh, why didn't I do this last year? It's just like, whatever, starting new. Hey, why don't I try this out? I think that you guys are going to see a lot of really good success in even the smallest of things that you do. Like, I just want to be able to like keep a plant alive for like a couple of months. You know, some of us may not have the greenest of thumbs, you know, so like some little things. And I do see that you are going to have some great success, and I think that really will bring us some comfort, so that gives us the encouragement to go forward with trying out something else, you know, so that maybe we can have another success. And this goes along actually with the same tone of the reading that I did on my live chat for my YouTube channel. So I'm wondering, you know, if reading the cards here, if it's gonna sound almost identical to that general reading, and that would be really interesting. So yeah, so I am seeing some successes going on into, well, after January, going on into Imbolc. Then we move on into Ostara, which is our spring equinox. Well, for us, I guess we'd be going on into spring in the northern hemisphere. So spring is a time of growth and renewal. And so let's see what we have. Oh, we have the Star with Wilma Rudolph. Ah, how apropos, a star with the little flowers and the kittens. So definitely growth, blooming. That's awesome. So I'm getting around this time. And by the way, this could be for any area of your life. I should have prefaced that this reading could be for any areas of your life. So like, I'm not just talking, you know, spiritual or relationship or work or whatever it may be. But I'm getting that there might be some downloads that come to you. So whether these are downloads about like, stuff about my relationship, or something about work, or you know, whatever area it may be, you'll know when it comes. It's just these, I'm getting this, okay, I've had some successes, it feels really good. I mean, maybe I didn't like succeed at everything that I set out to do so far, because we're not that far into the year yet, but I've had some successes, and you're more open to things, and being more open to things, you're more open to receiving certain guidance, certain messages, you know, not always in tarot cards, but just like in the world around you. And you're like, oh, I'm starting to see things a little bit differently. So I see things blossoming from those messages that start coming into you. So that's fun. All right, then we go on into Beltane, which is more going into our fertility. So, you know, I know that we had a lot of growth and you know, with the spring equinox, but then it becomes an even more fertile time where the seeds that maybe we have planted during the spring equinox really start to take off, you know, in Beltane. So let's see, we have the Three of Cups with old school Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold. And then we have this little like Kakesha doll. Not, well, I guess it could be a geisha, but I used to have like a little Kakesha doll. Little kitten. Okay, so let's see. Well, with Three of Cups, that's definitely creation. And if Beltane is a time of seeds being planted and fertility, then I'm seeing whatever spiritual downloads you got from the previous month or the previous Sabbath, they really start to flourish. Oh my gosh, you guys are really gonna have a very like magical time this year. And in my live chat, the first card that I pulled for January was the Magician, and I totally believe that like a lot of people had such a hard time in 2018. I'm not saying everyone, and I'm not saying the whole year was crap, but a lot of people had a really hard time. And so it's nice to feel at least that this is a time where we'll have a lot more control over, you know, what's going on in our environment. Maybe not total control. I mean, you can't totally control people leaving or, you know, passing or, you know, whatever it may be, or, you know, just rotten things happening. But I do feel like as part of the things you want to accomplish, your well-being, your happiness, that you have more control of it. And so I'm seeing so far we're 3 cards in, and it's nothing but like, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna create things. It's gonna be awesome. And that's just what I keep seeing. And then with this one, you know, when I think of like, Japanese women in traditional dress, how perfect they look to me. You know, the hair is perfect. The folds on the kimonos are perfect. Just everything, the whole process of making them up just seems perfect, but it is a process. It does take some time, but the finished product is beautiful, you know, what they're able to present for their outward appearance. And so again, for like the Three of Cups, that's just creation, you know, so you're gonna have to do some hard work. So this isn't just like, things keep happening and it's just awesome. It's like, no, you're working your tail end off, but you're getting rewarded for the work that you put in. So yes, yes, yes. And then we go into my favorite time of year, which is Litha, the summer solstice. So this is like right after my birthday. Okay, summer solstice. Okay, so we get the Five of Pentacles. And then we have what looks like my Loki with these busy bees, worker bees. Okay, so it seems like, you know, start of the year up until like we get into June, we've been working, seeing lots of progress, but it's time to take a step back. And I think if I remember correctly, it was somewhere around this time I pulled the Hangman in the live chat reading, where it was a time for reflection. And now I have the Five of Cups, which to me is not really lost, but a time to be still, and a time to reflect, you know, emotionally on like everything that you have accomplished, everything that you've been able to do this year, and how does this compare to last year? You know, where were you last year as compared to what you've been able to do so far? And I think that's really going to be good for us, instead of just like go, because you don't really get to see what you've accomplished. You know, you get to miss out on those little celebrations for yourself. You also miss out on just rest, because, you know, we're not machines. Some of us may think we are the machine, but we are not machines. So, you know, you're a human being. You need to rest. So that's what I'm getting. And I mean, like, nice long summer days, just lay out and get a tan, you know. Lay out by the beach. Then we go into Lunasa or Lunasa, and this is kind of around, August 1st-ish, somewhere around there. And this is time to kind of harvest things because we're gonna, well, depending on where you live, things, technically, you'd be harvesting and getting ready for like September, October, as fall approaches, and then, obviously that after that, the winter months. Here it's, I don't know, it's basically a very, very nice climate all year round here in San Diego. I mean, right now we have a little bit of rain, but that's, in theory, it's time for harvest. So, what do we have here? We have the Six of Swords with this mermaid moving on. And we have this little kitty. I think he's looking at some dim sum. Yes. Oh, this could be dumplings. Could be dim sum. And he's just kind of checking those out. So, kind of looking at what to do next. And I feel, okay, so back in June, took a breather, reassessed, got to look back on all our cool accomplishments thus far in 2019. Then I feel like maybe you started some other projects, and maybe around this time you may be like, kind of like, do I want to continue this? You have the option, you always have the option, don't ever let anybody tell you what will for sure happen in your life, so you always have options. So I feel like you, by looking at our little like dim sum here, you have these, you're looking at, okay, I could do this, I could continue with this, but how's that like working out so far? How do I feel about it? What is my intuition telling me? And then if you feel, you can move on and it's going to be completely fine. I mean, like, it's not like there's some sort of police coming after you because you didn't follow through on a project, that you didn't feel that great about to begin with. So, so I feel like you have the option around this time to move on from projects that you were doing, but definitely take a good hard look at what you've done, what you are doing, and how you feel about it. Then we go on into Mabon or Mabon, which is the autumnal equinox. I love that word, autumnal. So this is a time where, depending on where you live, again, the leaves are changing color and, starting to fall from the trees and, all of this. And it's really pretty in some places. Here it's still kind of summery. Okay, then we have the Emperor. Again, old school Arnold. And then we have this little kitten just like chilling out in the hot springs, nice little hot towel on his head. All right, so I feel like we're sitting pretty when it comes time for Mabon, which is around September. And I feel like, because you've been taking much more control of certain areas of your life this year so far, where you're like, I started out on this, I had some accomplishments, I was able to look at things and decide if I wanted to continue or not, like feeling like you have that control. I just see, and again, this sounds just like my reading that I did on my live chat, but I really see this like boost of confidence and you're a lot more chillaxed, like just like, yeah, like I don't feel like I, am constantly like chasing this or this or this, or, maybe I have to do this. And it's like a total freak out session the whole time. It's like, I am actually like, in control of what I've been doing. And then when I want things to work, they've been working. And if I feel like things aren't right for me and I push them away, how much more awesomeness then comes to me afterwards. So I really feel like you're in that Emperor energy of like, heck yeah. I'm like feeling like I'm really in the driver's seat and I'm not like bound in the trunk for this ride this year. Please don't be bound in the trunk. That's just not good. But anyway, so I feel like, you guys are in that driver's seat Emperor energy. Maybe you are behind the steering wheel of a V10 Viper. clutching away, and it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Anyway, so yes, you guys are going to be the Emperor energy. And for many people, Samhain would be the end of the year, but I'm going by calendar year, so Samhain isn't quite the end. So I did pull a card for Samhain, and we have the Fool card, which is interesting. Actually, that makes sense. And then we have a Magician. That's pretty cool. So, you know, if this is your end of the year, Samhain, and plus Samhain for many is a magical time anyway. It's a time when they feel like their intuition is just like off the Richter scale, their ability to communicate with spirit, to communicate with any energies, to connect with themselves is so much deeper around this time of Samhain. Then yeah, I do see then the Magician and the Fool's journey of like just you know, I feel like this Emperor, I feel like pretty badass right now. You know, I'm just gonna go off and I'm gonna go like, I'm gonna try this thing. You know, I'm gonna ask this person out. I'm gonna go apply for this job. You know what? Damn it, I'm gonna start my own job. You know, you know, and I think because you've built that self-confidence, you've had those victories throughout the year, you felt more in control and in the driver's seat. That you are more willing to take risks because they seem less scary. It seems more like a magician than somebody who's afraid to be the fool, who's afraid to, you know, see where this track actually ends. You know, so that's freaking cool. I like it. To end the physical calendar year of 2019, we go into Yule. And for Yule, nice. We have the Knight of Pence, which here I have the Rock, just because, you know, I think that he definitely embodies Pentacle energy with like his wrestling and his time is in the gym and, you know, his movies, and just all around just seems like a pretty awesome guy, pretty down to earth. And then here we have this, you know, it's like, I don't know, such a juxtaposition. Here we have like the kitten and dainty little butterflies. I'm gonna catch these little butterflies. And then here you have like just like okay, so for Yule, okay, so this is what I'm getting. When I think of the Rock, I also, even though he is like somebody who has such drive and he does so many things and he's, you know, this big like buff dude, he's not a clumsy dude. You know, it's not like we have like tons of video of him like falling all over the place. He actually, you know, if you've seen some videos and things like that, he's pretty light on his feet. He's pretty nimble and he moves pretty quick for somebody his size. So I'm getting, you know, with this lightness here, that going into Yule, whatever it is that you want to continue on doing with, you know, maybe you found something with that Fool's energy, you found something that you really like, or, you know, a new avenue to take. It's okay to put a lot of energy into it. Just be, how do I want to put this? You know, be like a football player that does ballet. You know, have that balance. There are a lot of football players, NFL players that do ballet and Pilates and things like that to stay light on their feet. But yeah, I'm just getting, have this balance. You can go full on like I like the phrase balls to the wall. You can go balls to the wall on whatever it is that you want to do heading out of 2019. Just make sure that you do it with a hint of gentleness. Just make sure you stay light on your feet. Stay grounded, but also connected. Stay balanced. All right, so that's it, you guys. A much longer reading, but, you know, it's a very special reading because it's the beginning of 2019. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of feel out the different parts of the year for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reading. If you have any comments or questions, please place that in the comment section down below. So again, this video is not only for all the videos that I do at the beginning of the month anyway, you know, my monthly readings, but this is also for part of hashtag 31 Days of Tarot put on by the lovely Ethany. And I sent her a lot of good juju and love and healing her way. And yeah, so that's it for me, spiritual homies. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading with me, maybe you would like a year ahead reading, something that is just for you, then head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. That also takes you to a link to my Etsy shop where I have other readings as well, like my year ahead reading. And I have other things like sprays, salves, bracelets, all handmade by me. And yeah, I am going to continue working on my Oracle deck and look out for that Kickstarter link, which hopefully will come in like a month or two when I can finally put my deck out there. I'm so excited. Wally's World, a healing journey through sacred sites. All right, so I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Have a beautiful 2019, people. Peace out.